The final press conference for the highly anticipated fight between David Benavidez and David Morrel turned into absolute chaos, showcasing the intense rivalry and emotions boiling beneath the surface. With the fight set for this Saturday, fans were treated to a spectacle that was anything but ordinary. What was supposed to be a routine face-off quickly devolved into a fiery confrontation. As Benavidez stepped up, he appeared visibly drained, his body showing signs of the weight cut. Yet, this didn't deter him from charging at Morrel, who sat poised and ready for battle. "I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for this," Morrel exclaimed, igniting the tension in the room. When Morrel labeled Benavidez a fake monster, it was the spark that set off an explosive exchange. Benavidez, already on edge, attempted to intimidate Morrel, but the Cuban fighter stood his ground, towering over him with confidence. The clash of titans. Security rushed in as the two fighters began shoving and grappling, each trying to assert dominance. As they struggled to break free, it was clear that both men wanted to prove who the real monster was in the ring. "I'm going to hurt David Morrel as much as possible. He's never going to forget my name after this fight," Benavidez declared, his voice echoing with determination. After the scuffle, Benavidez returned to his seat, but his demeanor suggested he wasn't in control. His eyes revealed a nervousness, a discomfort that hinted at the reality of the challenge ahead. In stark contrast, Morrel laughed and continued to taunt Benavidez, speaking rapidly in Spanish, displaying a level of confidence that suggested he had already seen through Benavidez's bravado. Morrel's demeanor was fascinating. He didn't see Benavidez as a monster but rather as a fighter whose reputation was built on defeating older, smaller opponents. "You fought Demetrius Andrade, David Lemieux, and Alexander Gzik, fighters who are past their prime," Morrel stated dismissively, exposing the cracks in Benavidez's narrative. He emphasized that Benavidez's previous victories were against fighters who were not at their best, making it clear he didn't respect the so-called monster status. The physical and mental edge. As the face-off continued, the physicality of both fighters became evident. Morrel looked stronger and fresher, while Benavidez seemed drained and smaller than usual. The size difference was shocking. Morrel appeared thicker and more built for the battle ahead. "You're struggling to make weight, and that's going to be your downfall," Morrel said, clearly relishing the moment. Benavidez tried to maintain his aggressive persona, but there was an underlying tension that suggested he was not as dominant as he once appeared. His usual confidence seemed to waver, making it evident that Morrel was getting under his skin. The Cuban fighter's sharp words cut deep, and Benavidez struggled to reclaim control of the narrative, insisting that Morrel had never faced anyone like him. Benavidez's struggles. Morrel's confidence stems from his extensive amateur background, where he faced elite competition long before stepping into the professional ring. His record of 135 wins against only 2 losses speaks volumes, contrasting with Benavidez's resume, which many argue is padded with carefully selected opponents. As the press conference ended, the atmosphere was electric, with no handshake or forced respect, just raw animosity. The moment the cameras stopped rolling, another clash ensued, further heightening the tension. Benavidez was visibly frustrated, struggling to maintain control, while Morrel remained calm and collected. This dynamic is crucial. It indicates that Morrel is not intimidated by Benavidez's reputation or size, which could be a significant factor in the upcoming fight. A fight for legacy. As fight night approaches, the stakes could not be higher for both fighters. For Benavidez, this fight represents a chance to solidify his status as a top contender, while for Morrel, it's an opportunity to prove that he belongs at the elite level. The narrative surrounding this fight is complex. It's not just about who will win, but also about the potential for a shift in power within the division. Morrel has made it clear that he is not just looking to win. He is aiming for a knockout. His bold statement signifies a confidence that could change the course of the fight. If he can expose Benavidez as a fighter who has built his reputation on favorable matchups, it would not only be a victory for Morrel but a significant blow to Benavidez's image. Conclusion. The final weigh-in and face-off between David Benavidez and David Morrel have set the stage for what promises to be an explosive showdown. With both fighters bringing different strengths and mentalities into the ring, fans are eagerly awaiting the outcome. Will Benavidez prove his worth as a dominant force, or will Morrel shatter the illusion of the so-called monster? February 1st is poised to be a pivotal moment in boxing history, as two young warriors clash in a battle that will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on the sport.